everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how I got this, I think I'm calling it a Halloween in July pumpkin hair color. You're going to see the transformation from a very faded toner blonde situation to this full-on pumpkin head. I figured for the summertime maybe we'd play around with a couple of hair colors and have a little fun. So first up is the pumpkin head hair color. So anyways, I'm going to be sharing with you all sorts of tips and tricks and also my hair color formula. Anyways, before we get started, I wanted to mention the sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Function of Beauty. If you've been around here when I've talked about Function of Beauty before, you know that I'm loving this brand. And if you haven't heard of Function of Beauty before, they're a custom hair care brand. That's kind of what drew me in and what kind of sparked my curiosity with this brand is the whole customization aspect. So you could customize your hair care based on your hair goals. What goals did I choose this time? I kind of switched them up this time. Deep condition, hydrate, replenish the hair, strengthen, and color protection. I chose color protection this time because I knew I was going to be coloring my hair orange, so I wanted to make sure I added that color protection element. You can even customize the scent, you can customize the color. So I got the black color of the shampoo, and this is kind of a charcoaly color with it's kind of got this smoky, spooky swirl in it. And the orange conditioner, because you know we're feeling all the Halloween vibes on this channel right now. If you're also an aesthetics person like I am, I love customizing my shower aesthetics. So matching up different shampoo, conditioner, packaging, or colors with other, like my loofah and my shower gel and everything. I like to have a whole aesthetic going. I also really love the customization on the bottles. It has your name on each bottle. So mine says Function of Jade. They also have other hair care products. I've tried the leave-in conditioner and I've mentioned that on my channel before, but this time around I got the hair mask because I love deep conditioners because my hair is bleached and lifted, so I really do rely a lot on hair masks. Just the whole from start to finish customization aspect is probably my favorite part. I highly recommend. I think it's really exciting to kind of switch it up. So you can switch up the colors, you can switch up the fragrance, but you don't have to switch up the formula. So if you really, really love your formula, unlike other brands where you have to stick with the same bottle, you can customize the colors, you can customize the fragrance if you're wanting to switch it up. But if you're wanting to switch up the formula as well because your hair needs start changing, like I added the color protection this time, then you can do that as well. So if you've been wanting to try custom hair care, now is the time because Function of Beauty is offering for the first time, they're offering a one-time starter set for under $30. So you get a custom 8-ounce shampoo and conditioner, plus the pumps, plus free shipping, plus stickers so you can decorate your bottles if you want to, for under $30. So if you want to try the best in custom hair care for under $30, you can click the link down in the description box and get started on your quiz. But that is such a killer deal, especially if you've been wanting to try it out. Anyways, I will have that link down in the description box. And anyways, let's jump into this. It's tutorial-esque. I guess it's more of like a color my hair with me kind of video because it's not like a voiceover tutorial. This is more just like we're hanging out coloring our hair and I'm telling you what I'm doing kind of thing. So anyways, if you want to see how I got my hair this pumpkin orange color, then just keep watching. So this is the before situation we got going on, and I tried to wash out all of the toner that I'd used in purple shampoos I've used over the last however long. So if you've been noticing that I'm getting blonder and blonder and less silver every video, that's kind of what I was doing. I was planning ahead for this and I'm ready to dye my hair. I don't know what it's gonna look like. The intro showed it, so you've seen it. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but we are doing we're doing a pumpkin head. I have the color right here, and I'll show you guys what I did because I recorded myself doing it. All right, so for this hair color, I used Pulp Riot's semi-permanent hair color, and Pulp Riot is a professional product. I do have a cosmetology license, so I get my color at the local beauty supply shop. Sometimes you can find Pulp Riot floating around out there, but if you can't find it, any true orange semi-permanent hair color will do. I'm sure Arctic Fox has one, Manic Panic, any of those brands, as long as it's not neon or pastel, you should be fine. So I used 4 tubes of the Pulp Riot Nuclear hair color, that's the orange color, and then I used 2 tubes of the lemon color, which is a yellow color. So essentially I used double the amount of orange versus yellow. Also, I doubled my formula this time since I was also dyeing extensions. For me, my rule of thumb is always make more than you think you're gonna need. If you have leftover product, you can always put it in a jar or a bottle with some conditioner and use it to freshen up your hair color. So every time you wash your hair is nice and fresh and has a little bit of color added to it. So that's just my tip there. Also, with this color and any semi-permanent hair color, you will need to have your hair pre-lightened. This product does not have any developer in it, so it will not show up on darker hair. It will not lift the hair. You have to lift it first and then put this on it. But your hair definitely does not have to be as light as my hair. The great thing about orange is if you've recently bleached your hair or bleached your hair for the first time and you have a lot of brassiness or orange and yellow tones in there, this is a great color to put over anything like that because it's just orange. It'll go right over it. I washed my hair last night and I didn't use any conditioner. I want my hair to fully absorb this hair color. So what I'm gonna do first, I got my gloves on, part off my hair because it really helps, especially if you're doing this by yourself and you don't have anyone to help you, especially in the back. The best thing you can do is part off your hair and take this in sections so you don't miss anything. What I do is the first part I do, if you've watched my hair color tutorials before, part my hair into 4 sections. I'm gonna part my hair all the way down the center, almost like you're doing pigtails. So it's a center part and then you take it back all the way to the back. Then I'm just using a comb to do this. You could also use a rat tail comb or any sort of like little pick thing. And it doesn't have to be the most perfect. I mean, if it is really straight, that's great, even better. But if it's not absolutely the most perfect thing you've ever seen in your life, like I'm sure this isn't, like I'm sure this looks crooked. That's fine, you just want a guideline. So that's the first part I do. The second part I do is from the top of the head to the top of the ear, almost like you're wearing a headband. Just do one side at a time. So I start at the top of the head and bring it over to the top of the ear. So I'm gonna take this whole back section here on this side and I'm gonna clip it for now. And then I'm gonna go over here to the other side, top of the head to the top of the ear. And then I just take that section. And I'm gonna take this whole back section and I'm going to clip it for now. So from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my orange hair color. We got a big old bowl right here. What I'm gonna do, and I'm really nervous about this, is I'm gonna put this color on my parts first. I hope this doesn't get literally everywhere, which I know it will. So I'm gonna put it, ooh, it's orange. Put this on the part on either side. So I'm starting on the center part. And this color doesn't dye anything that's not bleached. So my root area is gonna stay pretty much the same color, which sucks, but I wanted to do this last week, but my air conditioner broke in my house. We just got it fixed today. So I'm like, okay, now I can do it. Did I just flick that everywhere? So I can't even see what I'm doing in the back. I can feel when I put the cold dye on my scalp, I can feel that it's hitting my scalp. So I just kind of go from there. Like I can feel the, like, I don't know if you can even see this. Like I can feel the brush and the cold product hitting my scalp. So I just kind of take it out from there. And this is gonna be pretty easy because it's only one color. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with, where did all this go? Wait a minute. Some of my hair came out of my clip. That's fine. You can still see the part. It's nice and crooked, but it doesn't matter. I can't see. I'm trying to use my monitor, but did I just drop that on my pants? I'm just trying to get my parts set in stone. I go couple inches down. So you can see that I'm bringing the color down a couple inches. If you're doing all one color, you can go a little bit more if you want to. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my multi-pass. So now that we have all of our sections going, we have all of our parts covered, we're gonna have 4 sections. So there's 2 back sections, so 1, 2, and then 2 front sections. We'll call this 3, 4. So we have 4 sections. But what I'm gonna do to make sure this is all even and we get everything covered is I'm gonna start in one of the back sections. Here's the part from the top of the head to the top of the ear, and then the part down the center. It's kind of forming a 90-degree angle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off that corner. So my first part's gonna be cutting off this corner, and I'm gonna go about 1 inch down, and then this is gonna be my pattern as far as the parts I'm gonna take. If that's confusing, I'll show what I do here. So here's the corner right here. You can see right here. Slice through that corner right there and make a part, and then I'm gonna apply the color at the root. Go about 1 inch down. So I kind of go by like the part that's the top of the head to the top of the ear. I kind of go down the part 1 inch and then cut over to the other, to that center part. Take all that hair, bring it over. There's our part. And then I'm gonna apply color on both sides of the part. Here's that part from the top of the head to the top of the ear. I'm gonna come down about another inch, cut in, go all the way back to where that part is. It will usually stop you, so don't continue to go all the way back. It'll usually stop you though. Take that, because you put color there, so it's kind of locked in, that part is. So I'm gonna put, slightly concerned about this blue toner in here. Not gonna lie. We're gonna hope for, oh Lord, hope for the best. And once again, go down 1 inch, cut in, there we go. If you get hair color everywhere, if you need a towel to wipe your hands off, like if the color is getting everywhere and you're wanting to use another color, then you can just towel off your hands if you start getting anything on your fingers, so you can keep it out of your hair. Gonna do this, and then I go all the way back. That way I don't miss. Let me show you. Go all the way back to the back part and bring it over. So then once again, go down the part from the top of the head to the top of the ear, go down the part 1 inch, cut in, and I'm gonna apply the color at the root. I'm lost in my hair. Once I get down to the neck or nape area, I just kind of move the hair out of the way and then apply some of the color. And I don't care if I get it on my skin, it'll come off. I don't think there's, and I really don't think there's such thing as too thin of sections or too small of sections. Hopefully you can see kind of what I'm doing. But there is definitely such thing as having too thick of sections. So if you take sections that are too thick, you're gonna miss a ton of hair. And it's gonna be patchy as balls. Now we're gonna move on to the other back section. So we're gonna do the same thing I did before. Cut across, and then apply the color on either side. Go down the part from the top of the head to the top of the ear. Go down 1 inch about, cut in, pull that, and apply to the root area. We're gonna continue to do all of the root area. And then I'm just taking diagonal parts all the way down. Small sections. That way we can make sure everything gets covered. We don't want this to look like some DIY, even though we're DIYing it, we don't want it to look DIY. We want it to look like we just spent like $300 frickin' at the salon but we didn't, and we can save that money for Halloween decorations. And I wanted to do ombre because honestly I was like, oh, the one color might be a little boring. I never do one color. I like dimension. I like playing around with different colors. Honestly, I like the look of the all orange hair, but also it's summertime and I wear my hair up in a messy bun. And when it's two different colors, like if it's yellow at the ends and orange at the roots, it looks like it's like a stick-on bun. What I'm gonna do from here is, once again, I'm gonna start in the back, take the small sections once again, just take the small sections, and I kind of just pull sections like this. They kind of start coming apart as it is, and then I just use my gloved hands and just dip into, literally just dip right into the bowl. And I just start, I take this section, and I just start working it into the hair. And I really work it in. And once again, these are smaller sections, because if you just take a big old clump of hair, like let's just say I take this old big old clump of hair and just start putting a bunch of color on it. On the outside, you can get everything coated with color, but then there's gonna be all this hair on the inside that won't get covered at all. So you wanna take small sections, and I like to use a gloved hand because I feel like the brush takes forever and it doesn't get as much product onto the hair, in my opinion. So I just go all the way down and really, really work it into the hair. Just kind of smushing it into the hair and flattening the hair out. So that way I can get everything in there. It takes more time to really work it into the hair. And some people are like, oh my gosh, I could never. And that's fine. I'm totally not judging, even though I did that really snotty voice. Not judging, but it's really worth it in the end because it looks nice and saturated and it looks professional. Like somebody, like you paid somebody to do it. And I'm just going to continue to take all these little sections and just going all the way down the hair. Last but not least, I'm going to do the front pieces. And once again, just take the small sections and apply the color. It's easy to get lazy at the end, but just keep going, keep working it into the hair. If you have to turn on a movie or a podcast or whatever you got to do to get through it, because the last thing you want are those front pieces to look patchy. All right, moving on to the last section. I'm so excited already, and I don't even know what it's gonna look like. It says to leave it on 25 to 40 minutes or something like that. I'll probably just go dye my extensions and get cleaned up a little bit. And then I will meet you guys back here. See you guys in 40-ish minutes. All right, so this is the final result after I got everything all washed out and styled. I did put a couple of extensions in there, nothing fancy. I didn't do a full head of extensions or super thick extensions, just to kind of thicken up some of my ends that desperately need trimmed. But I really like it more than I thought I would. I was a little nervous about the orange. I'm honestly kind of surprised how natural it kind of looks, but I'm really excited to see this color when everything's a little bit disheveled and, you know, my favorite messy hair looks. I'm really excited about that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. Also, let me know your favorite hair color you've ever had, or your favorite hair color, like if there's any hair color you could have, what you would want. Like any color at all, Let me know in the comments. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.